Hello, Veteran Outdoorsman here again. Touched a little bit on the last video about why I like to fish with soft plastics Texas rig. Now I'm going to go in a little bit to the rods and reels and different things that I use. Now, my main rod, like I mentioned earlier, is a 7-foot, medium heavy, extra fast action graphite rod with a 6-3-1 baitcaster reel on it, 12-pound monofilament. That is my worm rod. That is my jig rod. It's also 2-piece. I do some traveling with my family. It fits in the trunk of the car easy. Also, I don't have to worry about leaving it out. If I go in somewhere, I just throw it in the front seat, take it apart. I can use it to flip, pitch. It's a great rod. It's the one that I've got in my hand 90% of the time. Another bass rod that I use, now, you know, I'm not going to mention brands, anything like that, doesn't matter. It's the actions, the fact that they're 2-piece, that's what I like. Now, another rod that I use, 7.5-foot, medium heavy, graphite composite rod. A little slower action. I use it for spinner baits. I prefer spinner baits with a little softer action. Some people like the same rod they worm fish with, etc. I've jerked baits out of fish's mouths, similar to what you would with a crankbait. So I prefer a little slightly softer action, but more backbone than a solid fiberglass rod. So I use a graphite composite, also a 2-piece, 7-foot, medium heavy action. Another 6-3-1 baitcaster, 10-pound monofilament. My next rod is a 6.5-foot, all fiberglass, medium heavy action. Developing a theme here, huh? But a real soft action. I use it for crankbaits, top waters, things like that. Again, 6-3-1, 10-pound monofilament. Yeah, I'm kind of boring. Then I've got a 6 or 6.5-foot, I don't remember exactly, medium weight, medium action, graphite 2-piece spinning rod with, I think, a 6.3, 6.5-1 spinning reel on it, 6-pound line. That's my finesse rod. That's what I use for light spinner baits, for wacky rigs, for throwing flukes, occasionally small crankbaits, etc. I'll throw light worms, I'll throw slip shot rigs, split shot rigs, etc. I will also use this for say if you wanted to go carp fishing, something like that. It holds a lot of 6-pound line. I'll use it for finesse fishing for catfish, but we're talking about bass right now. So I use it bass fishing. I use it for my finesse rig. Those 4 rods, I can do just about anything you want to do. Yes, most guys have a boat full of rods. 10, 12, 15, 20 different rods. Like I said, I throw them in the car, I throw them in the front seat of the truck. I don't like to carry a lot of rods. My gear, I put a couple of spare reels, yes, spare reels. I put 10-pound, 12-pound, 6-pound line, enough to spool at least one reel in my box. I've got a soft box with hooks, weights, etc. I've got a box inside it, one of the hard compartment boxes. I've got spinner baits, jigs, I've got crankbaits, all that. The compartment, I've got all kinds of soft plastics, probably 30-40 bags of different types of soft plastics stuffed in the side compartment. And the bag's not that big, but I've got all of my gear and 4 2-piece rods, And may not have everything that's ideal for every situation, but I can fish any situation at any time with those rods, with those baits, and I never feel like I left something at home. Now, this may not be your cup of tea. You may prefer to have 20, 30 rods. Hey, wouldn't we all? You may prefer to have a tackle box the size of a Snap-on rolling toolbox. Hey, that'd be awesome. But I do a lot of shore fishing, like I said. Go on vacation with my wife and my daughter. Take the rods with me. They don't take up a lot of space. The tackle box doesn't take a lot of space, and I can do anything I want with the setup I've got. So, would it be better to have more? Maybe. Could I tweak one rod or the other? Maybe. But what I've got works for me. I have good luck with it. Again, 99% of the time I've got the worm rod in my hand and I don't use anything else anyway. So, kind of a moot point. If there's one rod I'm going to take with me, it's that rod. Now, if I just know I might get to fish, then I take my ultralight. That's a completely different animal. We're talking strictly bass fishing today. So I've got these 4 rods. I've got all my gear that fits in a decent sized soft-sided bag that I can carry over my shoulder without a whole lot of trouble, but it's not so light that you want to carry it while you're fishing. You want to keep it on you while you're fishing. I carry it to where I'm going to make a few casts. I set it down. I cast. I walk down a little ways, walk back a little ways, get it, relocate, do some more fishing, etc. It's not so heavy that you can't carry it around, but it's a little more than you want to just keep on your side, but it works. If I really want to go light, grab one of the boxes from the inside, or I've got a couple other small soft-sided bags that I can carry on my side. I grab what I need, I put it in there, and off I go. That's me. That's my style of bass fishing. I don't fish tournaments. If I did, I wouldn't feel undergunned. I'd take those 4 rods. I'd take the gear I've got. I wouldn't be a boater. I don't have a bass boat. I'd be a non-boater. Take the less space you take up in another guy's boat, the more likely you're going to be able to fish with him again, right? And I'd be able to fish any circumstance I needed to. So, comment below. What's your favorite gear? What type of rigs do you use? Are you a bank fisherman that uses small amounts of gear, or maybe you've got a 20-foot bass boat and you've got 30 rods stuffed underneath the deck? Let me know what you think. God bless you. I'll catch you later.